Heyo!
Hi guys.
How's it going? Team Flick here. We're getting live. We are in the new office as we were a week ago or so, but as we're getting settled, you can see we're putting some stuff hanging up behind us here, getting settled into the new office. Can't wait for y'all to see it. If you're in Silverthorne, come by and visit us for sure. We've got a very easily accessible location, and we're right next to Red Buffalo Coffee. If you're not familiar with Red Buffalo Coffee, easily the best coffee in Summit County, so that's dangerous for me since
Yeah, and Sauce on the Blue is like our legit next door neighbor on the other side, and their food is really awesome. And in the summertime, they have this great patio, and you're right on the river, so it's just a really sweet spot.
right, and we're keeping an eye on the 4th Street crossing. Is directly across from us here in Silverthorne. They moved in a big crane today, which is pretty exciting. So construction is moving along on the 4th Street crossing project that we've been talking about for quite some time. So,
Yep.
but wanted to give you guys a market update here. We're a little later in January here, coming from recovery from the holidays, if you will, playing a little catch up. But, as we're heading into the new year, I think we're going to revamp the format of this show a little bit and talk a little bit more about, current numbers as opposed to 2 months past. But we'll wrap up 2019 here, talking about some of the November numbers. I think there's some interesting things, as to be expected with a lot of the things that, just going through the numbers that we touch on every month. There were a total of 231 transactions in last November, for 168 million in monetary volume. Taking a look at, the typical indicators that we're looking up at, single family homes were up 11%, multifamily homes were up 8%, and vacant land, again, down 6%, and that's year over year. I think we might have mentioned the last time about land. I think what's going on with the land is as purchase price has gone up, building costs have also gone up significantly as builders are really busy. And so I think as people are researching whether to buy something or that's existing or build something, I think that finding out that timelines for a general contractor are a year out, and finding out that it's, we're looking around 400 a square foot right now to build a house, that kind of turns some people off on the land. But still a good investment as it's a shrinking commodity up here.
Totally.
Really.
And that still, I think, remains the best option. If you have something super specific that you're looking for,
Size,
layout, finishes, location. If you're struggling to find that pre-built option, then land is going to be a great, option for you, as long as you're not in a huge hurry.
Yeah.
And I think that's just it, is just being patient and being willing to work with the timelines and, and paying the money for it. You're not going to save money by building your own property, but you'll get exactly what you want.
Yeah.
You just have to, be realistic about the timeline for it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Totally. So monetary volume, let's see, we talked about that a little bit, but in November it was up 10%. Total transactions in November were 231 transactions. And then just average prices, they continue to climb. So, single family home average price was just over 1.2 million. Multifamily, again, condos, townhomes, we're looking in the mid fives there, 560-ish. And then vacant land, we're looking at 342,000. So, just running through the November numbers there. We'll touch on December a little bit.
So that was all from Land Title.
That was all from Land Title.
So that's kind of
thanks to
compiled
those
by
guys.
them. Yeah, super appreciate it. The numbers I'm going to talk about are from December, and this is coming straight from the Summit Association database. So this is all the transactions that are recorded in our MLS. We're looking at December. I think the numbers from December are pretty interesting because people are like, oh, there's nothing going on in December. It's definitely not the case.
Yeah.
We did see in single family homes, there were fewer listings than December of last year. So they're down 15%. However, the number of sold listings was up almost 30%. So that's a significant increase. into be even more dramatic, when you get into the townhouses and condos, the number of new listings was up 35% in December over December of last year. So a lot more listings out there, which
Yeah.
I thought was pretty interesting because everyone thinks that nobody's going to list their property, too much already going on in December, but people are not seeing it that way. They're seeing it as an opportunity because there's a lot of people in the county in December.
I think the other interesting part about that is this year the time between November, between Thanksgiving and Christmas was really short.
Super
it was,
short.
like 3 weeks or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody was scrambling, but people were still bringing stuff to the market.
Yep.
So yeah.
So those new listings in the townhomes and condos up 35%. So you think, wow, so inventory must be good there, right? There was an increase of 41% in the number of sold listings, which is just mind-boggling to me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a huge change. And the inventory of homes for sale was actually down 5%. So we're seeing all this influx of inventory, but it's moving off the market just as quickly, if not more quickly, than it did last year.
Mm-hmm.
So for people who are waiting and who are like, oh, there's going to be an influx of inventory and we have, it's going to be a time to get a great deal, there's going to be so many options out there, we're seeing things moving. So you have to still be on top of things. I know 2018 was kind of record setting, but
Yeah.
2019, 2020 is shaping up to be just as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of buyers out there. And
Yep.
I think the number of buyers still in our market here is outpacing the number of sellers.
Yep. And to that end, single family homes have been super strong all year up here. And by strong, I mean strong appreciation, lower inventory, and the inventory of homes for sale in December, single family homes was down 26% over last year. So people are really moving on the single family home market. And the month supply of inventory is down 20%. So last year, or 2018, we had 4.8, almost 5 months of inventory for single family homes in December, and it's down a full month this year. So something to keep in mind if you're kind of keeping an eye on the market up here is there is still a lot of movement.
Yeah, still a lot
Yeah.
of movement, and 2020 is shaping up to be a pretty good year. I think, all things considered, it's the economy seems to be pretty durable at this point, and there's a lot of things going on that you would think would throw off the economy here in the U.S., but truly, I think everybody's outlook is pretty good. So it's a good time to be in the market, be in the real estate market for sure. Interest rates remain low.
Yep.
So
And that's
yeah.
a big, I mean, we've talked about that ad nauseum, I think.
Yeah, right,
That's
totally.
just such a major
lot of
indicator of
people
your
are-
buying power.
Yeah, and a lot of
Yep.
people are refinancing as well right
Yep.
now, and playing that financial game where they can refinance and then split that money that they originally had as a down payment, split that out of their house, and buy another property. So as usual, thanks for checking in, and if you have any other questions about anything, hit us up. You can drop a comment in the comments below or give us a call, 720-339-7986, teamflick@summitliving.com.
FlickRealEstate.com.
Flick Real Estate, any of those, they all work. So
Come visit us in Silverthorne,
Yeah,
Town
totally.
Center.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, thanks for checking in, everybody, and we'll talk to you next month, hopefully sooner. And let us know if you have any questions. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.